In the year 4048, a new threat emerges across the world's elemental balance. Two global powers, the northern and eastern governments, have independently discovered fragments of Zillorite, a rare, ancient element with untold power. These fragments have been hidden for centuries, scattered across the frozen north and the dense jungles of the east. Meanwhile, in his cosmic library, Professor Plazory senses a sudden shift in the Earth's ether. Streams of cosmic energy ripple through the atmosphere, signaling imminent chaos. Understanding the gravity of this disturbance, Plazory uses his mastery over plasma energy to travel instantaneously to Central America, arriving secretly at Biohm's estate. Biohm, now 36, stands poised and disciplined. His years of experience and mastery over biogenesis make him a formidable figure. Surprised but not hostile, he welcomes Plazory. The two discuss the disturbance. Plazory explains that his vision from spirit, an original elemental, foretold a moment when the world's elemental balance would require Biohm's expertise. Biohm listens intently, fully aware of the stakes. Without hesitation, they plan a mission to the eastern jungles, where fragments were last seen. The dense canopy towers above them as humidity hangs heavy in the air. Glimpses of glowing orange-red Zillorite fragments peek from the foliage, but before Biohm and Plazory can secure them, Eastern government forces converge. In a tense, precise maneuver, Biohm channels his powers to manipulate the environment, forming natural barriers and distractions, while Plazory conjures plasma shields to mask their retreat. They activate a portal, slipping away from the pursuing soldiers, and reappear safely back at Biohm's Central American estate. Back in the safety of his home, Biohm studies the fragments and the surrounding energy signatures. The weight of responsibility is clear, yet he is resolute. He agrees to create the Zillorite detection device, a tool that could locate every fragment scattered across the globe. This device will be crucial to maintaining the elemental balance and preventing catastrophic misuse of Zillorite. As the sun sets over the lush estate, glowing faintly in the fading light, Biohm prepares for the task ahead. The stakes are monumental. Global powers are in pursuit, fragments are volatile, and only the combined wisdom and elemental mastery of Plazory and Biohm can prevent disaster. As summer draws to a close, Quick walks across the sunlit campus, backpack slung casually over one shoulder. Students rush past, laughter and chatter filling the warm morning air. Today, he's signing up for chemistry, a class he's never been excited about. The counselor smiles warmly at him as he hesitates. "This is the last opening for the lab, but trust me, you'll like the professor," she says. Quick shrugs, curiosity flickering across his face. "Maybe this won't be so bad." He takes a seat at the registration desk, pen hovering over the form. Sunlight glints off the polished floors, casting long reflections across the lab equipment, stacked neatly along the walls. He signs his name. The paper feels heavier than it should, as if the moment itself carries weight. Unbeknownst to him, today will mark the start of a journey far beyond ordinary chemistry. Moments later, the lab door swings open, and in steps Professor Plazory. Tall, commanding, his silver-streaked hair and flowing robes etched with ancient symbols immediately draw attention. His gaze sweeps across the room, calm and deliberate, before briefly meeting Quick's eyes. In that instant, Quick senses something extraordinary, something beyond the ordinary. "Today," Plazory begins, his voice smooth yet commanding, "we will explore more than chemicals. We will explore patterns, energy, and structure itself." Quick leans forward, intrigued despite himself. Glassware clinks. Students measure, mix and observe, but Quick notices the subtle movements of energy in the room. Sparks flicker at the edges of his vision, tiny ripples that seem to respond to the professor's presence. Chemistry, for the first time, feels alive. During a brief pause, Plazory approaches him. Most students see the lab as mundane, he says. But it is a doorway. Quick raises an eyebrow. Doorway to what? He asks cautiously. Plazory smiles knowingly. To understanding how the world is built, and sometimes how it can be changed. Quick's pulse quickens. This class is no longer just about formulas and reactions. It feels like the first step into a larger world. The first assignment is handed out. Quick leans over the page, frowning at the complex formulas. But as he studies, the numbers seem to shift ever so slightly when he blinks. Patterns emerge almost as if guiding him. He leans in closer, fascinated, completely absorbed. Around him, other students work diligently, unaware of the subtle energy pulsing through the lab, responding to something invisible yet undeniable. As the day winds down, sunlight pours through the tall windows, casting long, warm shadows across the benches. Quick gathers his books and lab equipment, stealing one last glance at Plazory, who is already studying notes with intense focus. Walking toward the exit, Quick can't shake the feeling that today was no ordinary first day of class. Something has stirred, something powerful, hidden, and waiting to be discovered. Outside, the campus hums with life, students hurrying to their next classes, oblivious to the subtle forces shaping their world. But Quick knows, even if he doesn't fully understand yet, that today marks the beginning of a journey that will change everything.